Oh, so wanted to kind of go over two things. We recently had an illness in the family, and my friend's husband had surgery. So, as you can see by the title here, let's talk about that sheet of paper you think you don't need marriage contract. Our culture does things differently, and that's fine. We have a different experience, but at some point, you as an individual, you as a people, as a collective, you have to think about okay, what's working and what's not. What's been going on is not working. It's just not. And we can delude ourselves into thinking, oh, it ain't that big of a deal. Well, it is. It is. Now, I'm going to say this here. I'm not saying marriage is not for everybody. I understand that. But if you think that you're going to be so successful, and some women can pull it off, but if you think the coach is going in the right direction, where you sit up here and we're downing marriage, but we're glorifying being a baby mama, I'm just going to pray for you, sis. I still love you. I'm going to agree to disagree. All married men do this and married men do that. And so do baby daddies. And in most cases, we know men commit acts of violence against women. But I tell you one thing, I'm willing to bet you for what I see, most of the time it's baby daddies that do the murking. Sure, husbands kill their wives, you betcha. But see, we have a culture because we have set the bar so low and there's no expectation for black men or black women. We're quick to go, oh, but that ain't needed. We don't need no marriage thing. How baby mama working out for you? Most women being evicted right now are single parents. Okay. Am I saying a marriage is a guaranteed? Let's not be silly. Let's be adult. Let me break this down to you. So my friend's husband ended up having surgery. Seemed to be okay. Then things got a little scary. And sitting there, you realize that okay, if something were to happen, because right now not looking so great, but if something were to happen, you know, which she did pull through, and we're still kind of, we'll see, but I think it's going to be okay. If something were to happen, what would they do? What would she do? In the modern times of being a baby mama, and you got your crown as a baby mama. I'm not going to cut off your head, but in these modern times, I thought about it, and just looking at people talk, looking at people talk being wives, spouses, and then you look at somebody who is not saying much of anything because she's a baby mama, another woman. I can kind of put two and two together what she's probably thinking. Let's say, so now I'm going to remove my friend out of the equation because I don't want to speak this into it. So let's say Jane Doe. Let's say it's Jane Doe. What if Jane Doe's husband, we got two people here. We got Jane Doe that's married to a man with that sheet of paper that you think you don't need in the BC. And then you got baby mama. Let's say both these men have a pension, both these men work, they've got savings account, joint account, they got all of that. If a husband dies, the pension goes to the woman. And that's not even always so common, but a pension goes to the woman. Pension, let's say the average pension fund I've seen between 3 and 5,000 a month paying out for pensions. 3 to 5,000 a month. So but don't forget, in the BC, we want to go ahead and push this narrative that you don't need no sheet of paper. No, in the BC, I'm gonna tell you what the real deal is. Most women don't think they're deserving. Most women don't even think they're gonna get it. So you psych yourself out to this. Oh, we don't need no sheet of paper. Good luck, baby. You know you're not gonna get that. So it's easy to go ahead and to succumb to that, to accept that as a norm that you don't need that sheet of paper. Oh, it's not really needed. Why? Because the men don't think you're worthy of it. The mammies don't think you're worthy of it. That's why they make you a baby mama. They don't think you're worthy of it. Which is easier? Is it easier to get married or easier to be a baby mama over and over again? All you gotta do is go before a judge, or what do you call it? You know, if you can't afford a lavish wedding, it's not that hard. It's easier than pulling teeth. You just stand there in clothing with a witness, and you say, "I do," or you don't. Isn't carrying a baby for 9 months and seeing about it, isn't that a lot harder? Plus seeing about him. So see, this is how we convince ourselves that we don't need a sheet of paper, because in most cases black women feel because of the way you've been raised and how the indoctrination of this culture that you don't deserve it. You ain't gonna get that. So you just accept it. Well, guess what? I think it's time to move the hell on. So back to it. So let's say you have a baby mama here and you have a married couple. It's not what happened to the man. The wife is going to get that pension. Newsflash, honey, they ain't putting down baby mamas last I checked. Sorry to tell you. They want to know what's a relationship. Now, if you're in a common law state kind of marriage, that may be applicable. But newsflash, they put down typically wives. They ain't putting down baby mamas. Okay, so something happens, and the spouse, you got that sheet of paper. You've got your pension, and what you can do, let's say the money goes to the man's account. Well, all you have to do is get that sheet of paper called a marriage license and say, I'm his spouse. You can go ahead and change it. I want to have it go into, because they have separate accounts. I want to go into my account. You can do that. As a baby mama, what you going to do? Go up there and tell I'm his baby mama. And is that what you're going to do? Good luck with that. I'm his baby mama. And see, here's the thing about it. A lot of those, they know that lifestyle, these men, they get around. Even the married ones may get around. But see, life is business. That's the part. And I'm sorry to say, most of our people are not good at that. We still have to challenge that. So emotional, can't see past it. Life is business. Ask DMX. His baby mama, she went to court. I need access and control of the accounts. Why? Because that's where the money is and he's deceased. Why? Because I'm his baby mama. The court wants to know. You can Google it. Were you married? Well, no, I'm his baby mama. Were you married? Well, we were engaged for 10 years. Were you married? Well, this is my son's father. We have a child together, but were you married? Bye-bye. Oh, that sheet of paper. She was there like they were married. That's the part I'm trying to get you to see. This is a pimp game being played on you. You don't need that sheet of paper. Well, if I don't need that sheet of paper, I don't need to go ahead and put all this work in. And it's work being a mom, having your children, spending time with you, cooking and cleaning. That's like going to work for a company, baby. You ain't getting paid. And I will be darned if I'm gonna go to work and not get paid. You putting your shoes and your clothes and your time and your energy and using your body, all this you're spending, but you're not winning. Who gonna go to work for a company and not getting paid? That's what the baby mama's doing. And might have to fight for those little $35, $50 some of you might get, or a big 600. What's $600? That ain't nothing. If I were a man, and let's say, okay, it's not gonna work out. If I gotta take for myself, the minimum should be $1,000 a kid, and you ain't right, and that's just average. 1,000, 1,500 for a kid. Well, I can't afford that, and you don't need to be procreating. Put no kids here, honestly and truly. So back to it. So I thought about that. So, and I said that woman was kind of quiet, so I kind of figured out, yeah, you kind of maybe she's thinking, hey, what if something happens? And it is true. So if you have that sheet of paper that entitles you for some benefits, why should it not? The man been benefiting from you, hasn't he? That's how the kids got here. But you don't need that sheet of paper. Would you go and buy a house and just move all your things into that house? Put all your and making payments to the bank. Making payments to the bank. Put all your things in that house. Furniture, your art, clothes, and everything. Jewelry, you name it. Making payments to the bank, and your name is not on it. Then something happens, a fire, a claim. Oh, and you paying insurance too. Okay, we need to go ahead and get some paperwork. Oh, I don't have any paperwork. You don't have any paperwork that you own this house, that you're entitled to be indemnified. You don't have any paperwork. Doesn't make any sense. But yet every day we're taking our mind, our bodies, our monies and investing and setting up shop with these men with no expectation. Because why? You've been taught and you feel that you don't deserve that sheet of paper. Would you go to the dealership right now and say, oh, I don't need a contract. I'm just gonna go ahead and make payments to the bank. I ain't signed nothing and give them all your money, your time, and just start driving down the street and putting gas in the car and maintenance. But you driving it like he driving you, bam, accident happened. Oh, I don't have no paperwork because I didn't need that paperwork. You think? Well, how they know you're gonna pay? That's why they need your signature. That's why I need that contract. But you just want to, hey, you just trust them. You're just gonna go ahead, pay the bank out. You're gonna pay the bank of whatever, Bank of Mary Jane, Bank of Mary Joe. You're gonna just go ahead and pay that bank all that money. And you're not gonna have a contract. You're gonna even just pay the insurance. Life is business. Why do you think you're signing a contract for a mortgage, for a house, for insurance? Why do you think you're signing a contract for a lease? You're just gonna just move up in there, and they're gonna just take for granted that you're gonna be a good person and just pay. It doesn't work that way. But guess what? We're signing all these contracts for a house, for a condo, for an apartment, for a car, for a lease, for a furniture, for some credit. You're signing all these contracts, ladies. But yeah, when it gets to you and it comes to marriage contract, oh, I don't need that. Make it make sense. Make it make sense to me because it just doesn't. I don't need that sheet of paper. So I thought about it. I said, so something would have happened. Let's just say to a woman in that circumstance, and he doesn't make it. Well, you got a pension. You got $3,000 to $5,000 a month coming in automatically. All you have to do, if it's coming to your husband's account, you can say, "Hey, I'm his wife," and you can have it changed to your account. Okay. Mm-hmm. You got so something would have happened. You've got $3,000 to $5,000 a month coming in. We know for sure, unless you're kind of not good with money, you're not going to be homeless. Any life insurance? He's working. He's got his checking account. He said, yeah, let's say it's not working. And that's what he's bringing in, 3 or 5 thousand a month. That may be his income, plus whatever he's saved and invested. Uh-oh, he's gone. Well, you got 3 or 5 to 5 thousand a month coming in. I don't see how you're gonna be at the homeless shelter. You can afford to go stay somewhere. And don't forget that's for life, boo-boo. Not every other month, every month. How many baby mamas is sitting up here and the baby mama decides running off, no divorce settlement, but the baby mama, let's say he's dead. What you got, boo boo? That last child support payment. But what you got? Maybe that's why a lot of them sitting up at the homeless shelter or sitting up infringing on someone else's lifestyle because they got put out their apartment and more pain is coming. A lot of them sit up at the homeless shelter, staying with somebody. Some sleeping in cars. Gee, you think that $3 or $5,000 a month might not come in handy with that contract? But don't forget, you don't mind signing a contract for your car, your house, your apartment. You sign a contract for that American Express card, for that credit card, Visa and Discover. Oh, but when it comes to you and your life and your well-being, you don't need a contract. I see. You is that apartment more important than your life? Is that house or that car more important than your life? Obviously it is because guess what? You signed a contract to get it. But when it comes to a man, you don't need no paper. You don't need no contract. Maybe you think you're not worthy of a contract because that's what you've been taught. That's what this culture is. You just be a black woman and be strong and carry on. But we sure know how to go find a GoFundMe. If you've got, let's say something happens, you don't have any protection. Now, here's the other part of it. Well, a man in no protection, and neither is a dusty, because last time I checked, they taking women out. We're on the anti-marriage campaign, but we're not on the anti-baby mama campaign. Make it make sense. That's this culture. It does things backwards, and you wonder why we're at the bottom collectively. That's why you're at the bottom. So think about it. I mean, let's take the same. Let's say you got one man here, and he has a wife. Well, the wife got a pension. The wife got life insurance. She may have some assets. What baby mama got the last payment? You think you got some because you got a little $10,000 life insurance policy. Ooh, on your boo. Ooh, go live off that. We have to change things, and we have to realize the mistakes have been made, and that's the purpose of this video. To think you don't deserve a contract, but you sign a contract for everything else. So that apartment is more important than your life. You signed a contract for it. Well, I can get the apartment. Then why can't you sign a contract for marriage? He getting all these benefits. Boo. It's 2023. Time to stay dust free. Think about it. I thought about that and I was like, so what if it's a baby mama and you would be sitting up here looking to something happen? What you gonna do? Well, what you gonna do? Marriage is business. Really, one quick thing. So one of my friends, someone else, um, her son's dating Becky. And when they first met, Becky, I said, oh my God, because that's how I ran into him. I'm like, girl, what are you doing here? Oh, my son's girlfriend lives here. I'm like, oh, wow, she lives here. Okay, in this apartment building. Gotcha, okay. So I knew she had some financial means because I was visiting a friend there as well. Somebody else that lived there, a coworker at the time. Her son, and you know this group of men is not big on marriage. So her son wants to, all of a sudden he meets Becky and she's cool and everything. Becky's got some money, she comes with money. He wants to get married. Guess what she did? Now her son, who's African American, he's got two baby mama with I think three children, two baby mamas and behind on it on the child support. He has arrears. He gonna propose to Becky. First of all, his money is funny. He does work like I want to say I'll say it's similar to like a temp agency. You work over here maybe a couple of weeks and work over there, then you may not work. So his money is so not steady. And guess what? Of all things to do, he meets Becky. Of course, he notices the come up. He wants to get married, and she accepted. Yes, this how money moves, and we already know that the majority in this country they are for marriage. We're the minority. We're not. Just saying, facts. The majority of our people don't see marriage because if they do, we wouldn't have all these single parents. She checked him out and realized that he was still arrears. She asked about the child support payments. Then she did some checking. Life is business. Wake up, smell of coffee. She found out, child, he's way years behind. So how are those children eating? More than likely with government assistance. Zaddy's probably on deck. Zaddy's playing daddy. You know what she told him? We're not getting married. Even though she said yes, she said, we're not getting married. Because she already knows that obligation will be put on her once they're married. But see, black women, you're taught, oh no, just go and deal with it, girl. You love each other. I have a video that I saved from last week. Before all this happened, I'm going to post up. Oh no. You just deal with it. No, you don't deal with it. Life is business. I don't blame her. She made it real clear. She even told his mother, she said, honey, she told me we're not getting married. I'm not marrying your son, and here's why. That child support. But a black woman, we gonna go and take it on like you Mighty Mouse. That cape gonna choke you. Why? Because she understands the importance of that contract. She understands the obligation. So you keep this in mind. Some of these women sitting up here, oh, baby daddy gone, baby daddy dead. Any kind of benefits for this dude? And here's the other thing. If you think this way, guess what? You don't have to worry about dust in your life because they're gonna run. Don't be so desperate to invite into your life. Get to know you. So if you have this for yourself and you have the self-esteem, you know what you deserve. I don't care if you're already a baby mama. Yes, a man want to spend time in your space. That contract, you deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve that ring. He got access to you. I don't see why the heck not. Well, he can set up. Well, that's fine. We learn and moving on. Going forward, I got three kids. You deserve that contract. He not about that, then he needs to go on. He's whack. Bye. We already see what the seed of poverty is gonna bring. It's time we gotta change up the game. So I think a man and woman, if they didn't have a duster, they wouldn't be sitting up here with a bunch of children sitting up here homeless. And it's sad to see. People are still concerned about getting evicted, but we don't need that contract. Maybe he's not worthy of the contract, but don't think that you're not. See, I thought about that with my friend, and I said, I know there's one person who's a baby mama. I thought about that. Ain't no way in hell I'd be up here a baby mama with a man with two kids. Oh, honey, past one, we done. Ain't no way in hell. And I'm sitting up at that hospital waiting on him. Is there a ring on? What are benefits at? If he conk out, what you gonna get? Well, I have to be there for my children's father like a fool. Is he there for you? If he thought that much of you, we need to stop playing these little games. If he thought, it's a lot of being a parent. If he thought that much of you, it's not that hard to say I do. He can't afford a ring, you can go get something. But people are doing what they want to do. So you think about that when you come up with oh, I don't need that sheet of paper. Where are you living? You sign a contract somewhere. Heck, I've had two places to live on my own. Contract over here, an apartment over here, by the beach and all of that. Sign a contract. Well, you can't get the apartment. Well, guess what? If he don't want to get that contract, he can't get you to be clean up after having relations with him, having his kids. Oh, he's sick. You better call the next chick, honey. So you think about that. It ain't the contract ain't needed. Well, you live in a house, you sign a contract somewhere. I know you did. You got an apartment, a condo, a lease, you sign a contract somewhere. You driving a car, you signed a contract somewhere, didn't you? You have furniture, did you pay cash? You signed a contract with that bank, let them hold your money. You signed a contract with that credit card company to pay it every month. I know you did. You eating food? When you went into that store, you just start going on just eating. You go to a restaurant, just start sitting down, just start eating. They're handing you a bill or something. There's some form of payment. But yeah, when it comes to you and your lifestyle, your body, oh, he's not willing to sign no papers. Does that make sense to you, ladies? I hope the young can hear this video. Maybe mama didn't work out for you. We got to do better for the girls. We have to do better for the girls. We have to. So let's talk about that sheet of paper you think you don't need. If a man and woman demand that sheet of paper, she wouldn't be sitting up as a single parent right now with everything on her just stressed the hell out. She wouldn't be sitting up having to deal with a dusty. If a man and woman had to let them know that they need that paper, they might still be breathing because the dust's gonna run. They might not be 6 feet in the ground today. Well, he ain't with it. Well, hell, I ain't either. So much for that sheet of paper. You think about that. You sign for everything else, but not that. To me, that's a little whack. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. I know for some people are going to feel some type of way, and that's okay. We can agree to disagree. But sometimes we just need to think about something. Just think about it. Because how we're doing it, this ain't working. You don't know what $5? Maybe because you don't have that sheet of paper. And if he can't bring anything with the paper, just himself, then it's time to look for a new candidate. Next. We need an asset, not a liability, honey. Marriage is a contract. You sign a contract for everything else, but you think you don't deserve that? Darling. Auntie not gonna lie to you. You deserve that and more. That's the basic. hmm So some people are not gonna like it. I understand. We can agree, disagree. But for some who may be on the fence, you think about it. You sign a contract for everything else. Oh, but you're life and with a contract. I wish some idiot would try to. Oh my gosh, I wish I could be like the Invasion of Body Snatchers, and these men try to come with that, and then I hop into your body, let Auntie hop in for a minute, and I'm be like, no, we're not ready to get married. How long am I gonna play house? Oh, you need 3 years of playing house? Okay. And then you be ready? Well, let me know when you're ready. And when you put that ring on, we can then play house, make it a reality. But we're not finna have no Timberland boots laying up in here moving in. Boo boo, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. 50-50, that's okay. Bye. Become a grown man. And when you qualify, then I'll let you in. And that's all I gotta say. Love you, ladies. Bye.